What is going on? I'm never gonna do that again. What the hell was I thinking? What's going on, YouTube? It's boy SA3 back with another reaction. I can actually talk now like I've been here, because I predict that I released my other reaction video. So it's not like I'm coming out of nowhere now. We reacted to the Pusha T album. If you haven't seen that, you should go check that out. The Pusha T album was only 22 minutes. This ASAP Rocky album is 53 minutes, and it's 15 songs, so these songs some of these songs are a decent length. But we got the long-awaited, very, very long-awaited ASAP Rocky Testing album. If you don't know who I am, I'm SJ3. I react to music, I talk about music, and I do a lot of stuff, but I've been gone for a long time. But this summer, we're going hard. We're back. We're back for, I know some of y'all got my notifications on, at least some of y'all, and I know I'm the most inconsistent YouTuber on the face of the planet. I'm the most inconsistent everything on the planet, but we're trying to fix that. We're trying to change that this summer. So let's just get right down to it. Why are you watching me? What makes me different than every other reactor? I say it every video almost. The thing that sets me apart from other reactors, if you guys don't know what this is called, I'm a business major. This right here, this is called, wow, I don't even know what it's called. Yeah. This is called your proposition statement, or your unique value proposition. This is what you pitch to people, like in interviews, what makes you different than anyone else, So I guess you're on my channel. I feel like this is an interview. I feel like, you could click off the video right now because you just because if you watch this video, you in this for the long haul. Because chances are this is like a 30-minute reaction. So you off the bat, you're gonna decide whether you want to rock with it or not. But what sets me apart from these other reactors is that I'm actually an artist. I'm not giving you I'm not spewing out at you all this critique of music, and I don't make music myself. I feel like that's, I see like they're world-renowned critics that are known for critiquing music, and people take their opinion seriously, but I just feel like, why does your opinion matter as much if you don't actually do it? Like you critique someone else's lyrics or whatever, or their risks they take as an artist when you have no idea what it's like to be an artist. You have no idea what's going through their head, and for you to bash it with no backing behind it, like they bash it as if they could do it better, That's what hurts me to watch some of these other reactions, is that they bash it like they could really do it better. So, but at the same time, if something's trash, it's trash. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's trash, but I mean, ASAP Rocky, from what I've heard the past couple years, I do not expect trash at all. I really don't. So let's talk about ASAP Rocky. Why do people like ASAP Rocky? I can tell you why people like ASAP Rocky. It's for a lot of reasons why I like ASAP Rocky, because ASAP Rocky is a pretty good rapper. He's lyrical, he has great flow, but that's not what his songs are about. ASAP Rocky's songs are more so about vibes and how they make you feel. His songs aren't about I'm about to hit you with all these lyrics and all this. It's about effects on his voice. It's about him putting you in a state of mind. So you don't listen to an ASAP Rocky song for how good the song is. You listen to it for how it makes you feel. And that's what has cultivated, I think, his fans for the most part, because his songs are they're like feelings. They're not like typical songs. They take so many different turns and directions that they're like feelings. And they just put you in a state of mind. And I think he's done that his whole career, and that's very interesting. His songs don't take typical patterns of any other songs that I hear from hip-hop artists, because he's lyrical, but that's never a pressing factor for his personal songs. He'll show off his lyrical ability when he features on someone else's songs, but there's a lot of things he's trying to do on his album. So on this album, I expect to hear a lot of that spacey vibe that he always gives off in most of his songs. A lot of beat changes, a lot of misdirection on his songs. That's what I know ASAP Rocky to be up to this point. So I expect a lot of that, but I just hope that I hope it doesn't take away from his ability. Because when I say that, I mean the misdirection in his songs is so cool, but sometimes it's too much, and I hope it doesn't become too much where I just don't want to listen to it, because that could happen, but I doubt that that's gonna happen. But I feel like that's why people enjoy A$AP Rocky's music, and that's what like is his thing, is that his music is really a feeling, a lot of effects, a lot of spacey vibes to put you in like a mood and like give off a vibe that like people like just feel. So like people really feel in tune with his songs. But that's what I expect in this album. 15 songs. The one track I'm really excited to hear is there's a track with Frank Ocean and Lauryn Hill. But it's not, that's literally the last track. I have to make it through the whole album to get to that. But the first track is called Distorted Records. Now, if this whole song is a distorted record, I'm going to kill myself, bro. Wait. Oh shit. Whoa.
First things first, I done heard the worst things. Like if I'm in your top 10, mine's better be the first name. I come out for even worse saying birthplace, cloud nine, hello earthlings. My newest president an asshole. I guess that's why I'm leaving Thursdays. My ex used to shit with bad things. Got the bird brains. Everything I do ground break. Big body make the floor break. Big bass make the world shake. Go out and cause an earthquake. I can feel the bass.
This shit hard. You know, for a split second, I know y'all saw it, I really did think the whole song was just going to be a distorted record. I didn't expect it to come in that hard. That shit was a great intro. Oh my God. Wow. That got me excited to listen to the rest of this entire album, bro. Who made that beat? I just listened to the Pusha T album, which was produced by Kanye, and those beats were immaculate. So, I mean, you know, I expected there to be a drop-off coming over here, but that beat was crazy. Like, who produced that? That had to be hard as hell to produce, to actually, I don't know, bruh. That's wild, but that's a fantastic start. So many things to love about that song. Like, not only was the beat, like, distorted, like, I've never heard a beat like that before. Like, you had all the different effects with his voice. He sounded like an alien at one point. That shit was just cool. So next song is A$AP Forever. And I've already heard it, but now there's T.I., Kid Cudi, and Moby on it. So I guess I haven't heard it. Which one thing I want to talk about as an artist that I respect when artists do this. So if you didn't know, like if you release a single, those get counted towards your album sales. So if you release a smash hit, I mean, to their credit, they released a smash hit, but it low-key distorts the album sales, because if they get one record that's amazing and the rest of their album doesn't even get really streamed that much, the album sales will look distorted, because that one record could carry an album to like gold. So, but his lead single was A$AP Forever, and when an artist makes a whole new version of the single to put on the album so that people don't have the same song, you don't get that boost in album sales. You know, it's low-key a risk, because these people care about like album sales and flopping and whatnot. They're gonna make money regardless, but they care about that. So for him to change it and not get that boost, that's respectable. So that must mean that he really believes that he could make it better on a second try.
Anybody ever took the time to ask Rocky what A$AP means? Well, if so, he'll probably tell you. Always striving to prosper. They robbing boys with the chain. I got go yard by the sack. I got the boo by the back. I fuck your boo on the back. Gang.
I hear Kid Cudi. I hear him.
It's time to fuck up the whole game.
There's one thing Kid Cudi can do, it's hum.
So you on my play, party and bullshit and play. What's up in the city? The one that's surrounded by lights. Wanted the bullet away. Get out of his lane. Got no time on me, no advice.
Okay, so the only thing different about that song was Kid Cudi's feature. Like T.I. was featured as a person that just said, "Has anyone ever asked A$AP Rocky what ASAP means?" Okay, I thought he was gonna get a verse, but no, not at all. But that was Kid Cudi definitely added some impact to the song. His humming in the chorus made it sound way better. Like that's crazy. That's crazy what humming can do. Kid Cudi's the only person I've ever heard get 8 bars on a song and hum, and it's fire. I forget what song that was. It was a Kanye West song, but he literally got featured to hum for 8 bars, and it was fire. Like that's crazy. That's really crazy. But his verse was solid. Like it was nothing like, you know, nothing crazy, but it was definitely good. So that's it for that. We now have Tony Tone.
Listening to bone, feelings in my bone. I can tell it, I could give a fuck about a list, about it. Yeah. I could give a fuck about it, this.
You said what?
I said,
nigga, you got me fucked up. Fucked up.
I could give a fuck about a list, about it. Yeah. I could give a fuck about it, this, about it. Yeah. I really think like I'm too special in the be an underclassmen. Would say suck my dick with that sexual harassment. Fuck around and really come through in the merch on you.
This dude ASAP really knows how to make like smooth ass songs, bro. It's a talent. Like he makes bangers that are like super bangers that are also chill at the same time. Like that's it's hard to do. I've tried to do it, and that's crazy. Like I shouldn't be telling y'all this on YouTube, but I mean, look, y'all ever listen to ASAP Rocky High? Because I don't think there's any other artist that sounds better when you're high than ASAP Rocky. His shit, I hear it now, like fully sober. Like I don't know if he's making it with that in mind, but or maybe he's high when he's making it. So like I don't know, but his music sounds even like this goes up to a whole nother level. Like it's on Phoenix when you're high, crazy. So now we got Fuck Sleep featuring FKA Twigs. Honestly, I don't know who that is.
Fuck sleep, come clean, zone. Can't forget that I'm golden. Can't forget where I'm going. Whoa, barely look like I'm awake. Darker shades, bluer veins, bluer money in the bank. Fuck sleep.
I really don't know how I just felt about that song. Definitely my least favorite song that I've heard so far. Like it felt like, I don't like with the beat and even what he was doing with his words and even with the feature. To me, it felt like a bunch of things that sound good that just didn't go together. Like it sounded like an assortment of like good sounds that just did not go together. So now we got Praise the Lord featuring Skepta.
Bony muscle, steady taking shots, never
This beat is hard.
Even then, y'all don't worry nothing. And I like to give a shout out to my shade, Dior, my pants below, create, explore, expand.
If there's people who made it to this part of the video, somebody please tell me what instrument is being played in the background, because for the life of me right now, I can't think of it. It's like, wow, I have no idea what instrument that is. Like, I feel like I know it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot think of it. But it sounds awesome.
I came, I saw,
that.
I came, I saw.
What instrument is that?
Take what's mine, then take.
Shout out to the UK with Skepta.
It pours, it rains, it pours.
It's not a recorder.
The loose, the hard, I listen to X, I beat the bars.
It could be a recorder.
The cats,
Nah, I just feel like it can't be a recorder.
To shine. I saw, I came, I saw, I praise the Lord and break the law.
Yep.
I take
wait,
what's
what?
mine and take.
Talking about what did he just say? Because what I think he just said made no sense together. Hold on.
Praise the Lord and break the law.
Damn, that's how it is? I praise the Lord, then break the law? Oh. I mean, if that's how you live in, I mean, I guess it is what it is.
Take what's mine and take some more. It rains, it pours.
It can't be. I just feel like it's not a recorder. But like my gut is like, bro, that's a recorder. You know, I haven't heard a recorder since I was in like elementary school. All right, but comment below, please, someone comment what instrument that is. It's gonna kill me. But the next song is Call Drops featuring Kodak Black. This the shit I'm talking about, bro. Just imagine listening to this song high. Just imagine. I tell you, bruh, he makes music for that.
This is a prepaid collect call.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wow, you know, I kind of disregarded it because I would just accept it in my mind. Oh, it was probably recorded before Kodak went to jail because I was thinking, how is Kodak Black featured on this album? And now it makes sense. He literally called him in prison. That's crazy.
That's what I'm speaking.
All the pain I went through, now it's to a fame. I put it all on my back.
Press 1. Free Kodak.
Free Kodak. I mean, shout out to Kodak Black. But, I mean, that's cool that he put him on a song. I wish I would have heard what Kodak was saying. You know, it's hard enough to hear what Kodak is saying on his own songs, let alone on speakerphone mixed into another person's song from a jail phone. That I couldn't hear anything that Kodak said. I wish I could, and I'm not. I know these other reactors. They be looking up lyrics. They be doing all this stuff to make it seem like they were so knowledgeable the first time they listened to an album. I don't do that, bro. I don't look up the lyrics. I experience it when the first time I hear something. But that was definitely a cool song. That whole song was a crazy vibe. Next song we got is Buckshots.
Yeah. From the Fort Knox, this ain't Fortnite, nigga. Get your shit rocked, nigga. Buckshot.
He said, "This ain't Fortnite, this is get your shit rocked." It's just funny because of how aggressive of a lyric that was and how happy of a vibe this song is. That was funny as hell. Is that A$AP Rocky? Okay, on the Apple Music, I don't see a feature on this song, but I remember when I looked at A$AP Rocky's credits for the album, Smokey Margello was featured on a song, so I'm guessing that is Smokey Margello. Smokey Margello makes good music, by the way, too. You should check him out.
Get some drugs in the damn block. Got the bullets aiming at your head down.
That's definitely Smokey Margello.
Walking with my yeah. Get this on me done, nigga. What you going on, y'all? But I'm going, it's don't let you go.
Yeah, that's nice.
Shimmers on my feet, I think feet on fire. When we go to the sea.
I like that song. I really did like that song. That was Smokey Margello, even though on Apple Music they did not give my man his feature credit. But I've always liked Smokey Margello. He was the one part of that A$AP Mob album that came out that I was very surprised by. He's super young too, but the way he uses auto-tune, I love auto-tune like that. I wish I had the tools to do that, but he was nice, bro. And that whole song, the vibe of it was just, I don't know, it just makes you want to be happy, I guess. But they were talking about shooting niggas, which is what's crazy about that song. But next song is Guns and Butter with Juicy J.
Mama warned me, Papa's on me, as a shorty shit. Getting guac before when I was 14, Glock was 40.
What was that?
Mama warned me, Papa's on me, as a shorty shit. Getting guac before
What is
when I was 14, Glock was 40.
I still don't know what that is.
Powder on me, choppers on me, crack on Murray kicks. God was for me, dots was on me, blew up ever since then. Screwed up ever since then. Screwed up ever since then. Two clubs ever since then. Kill 'em.
A$AP Ferg had to give him inspiration for this part right here. Tell me this doesn't sound like on that song on Plain Jade, where the beat cuts out and he's just like breathing in the background. It's like, whoo. It's like, bada belly. I don't know the words, but tell me this part doesn't sound like that.
Powder on me, choppers on me, crack on Maury kicks. God was for me, dots was on me, blew up ever since then. Blew up ever since then. Screwed up.
I keep me some butter, so I'm getting busy. I'm back up the matter, she blow out the busy. I keep me some butter.
One thing I will say about A$AP Rocky is that he definitely has a very unique musical mind, just based off listening to his music. Because with his beats and with his actual verses to hooks, they don't follow traditional musical patterns. It's not 12 bars then a hook with the with the bass line of like how a hook will go, and then it's another 12 verses and a hook. His beats change a lot. What he's saying changes a lot, and like his melodies, they change a lot throughout a song to where I don't even know when he hears a beat what he's even thinking, because like sometimes he like raps maybe 4 bars, then the hook comes back, and then the next time he might rap 18 bars, and then something else that will replace the hook that was the hook. Like that, I explained that wrong, but like then he'll rap 16 bars, and then something will replace where the hook would have been with a new hook. And it like the way he sets up songs is so abstract. Like it's definitely unique. And it's definitely inspiring. Sometimes it can be to his detriment, because like sometimes you'll listen to his songs and you'll be like, well, at some point you're just like, what am I listening to? But then other times you listen to it and be like, wow, this is some shit I've never heard before. That's one thing I really do take away from A$AP Rocky with his music mind. From what I see, that makes it very unique. His setup for songs is not very predictable at all. It's with the beats and how he changes what he's saying and how he says it, and in like the pace of his songs. That's my takeaway from A$AP Rocky, especially seeing like the beginning of this album. But now we're on to Brother Man featuring French Montana.
Gotta fight for something, stand for something. I don't understand. Gotta make a place.
Hey, I didn't know J. Cole was getting a feature on this album. You hear Kill Edward? That's Kill Edward, bruh. Featured on this album. Damn, I didn't know A$AP Rocky had Cole features.
To get through, like George, baby, just keep it true.
Come back, come back, all nights, quick speed, Godspeed, speeder like grease, lightning,
No, man. You know, A$AP Rocky, you are a very much more decorated artist than I am at the current moment. But I don't like what you just did, bro. Or I might have to listen to the rest of the song, but like you hear this build up, bro. I just feel like it should have built up to something bigger. It shouldn't have built up and then been stripped down immediately for A$AP Rocky to rap over the beat, like mellowed out very quickly. That's not how that should have went. But I mean, who am I, right? I'll play it again. Like this part should have kept building. Like you could have had a choir come, and then it should have like. Who knows? I'll say this now, because like, if it does actually build up at the end, then it was smart for him to do this. But I don't know that yet, so maybe it does at the end. But I was really expecting like an epic. But all right, let's go. Yeah, yes. Keep it going, bro.
Like soup. Walk in my shoes, follow me like soup.
Young man, let me tell you something.
Come back, come back, come back. You're a corn star. All you fuck is corn broads. You fucking pop.
That song makes me so mad because it's so good, but I talked about last time, where his song direction, where sometimes he changes it like in an unpredictable way, and you wonder like, what am I listening to? Like he did it on this song. Like this is just my opinion, because I actually I like the song. Like I'm probably gonna listen to this again, but it's just what I would have done for the song is like at some points like it would have changed so much, because like I feel like that come back, I didn't just sing that come back, that part that's building up, like it doesn't build up to anything. It's almost like a blue ball, and like it would have been so epic if it just like you hear the choir come in at the end of that hook. Like if they had just like let it go and like have real singing, and then the choir, that shit would have been beautiful. But he then the beat switches right when you expect it to like actually drop to what I'm talking about. But the song was good. Like the only reason I'm mad is because that song was so good, and I just feel like it could have been so much better. I don't know why I felt so passionately about this one song, but it was a good song. It just could have been better, in my opinion. So our next song is OG Beeper.
The sister made me where to go to rapper. She said, why die? Cause you know the hoes are trapping.
Oh, I just.
Oh.
Don't know why. Hey.
chopper. Shotgun next to Casanova, lock up on the alley. I don't brag about it cause it never really mattered. I would never go back.
Who was that doing the ad-libs? Another thing that I don't know. So if y'all know and you made it this far in the video, somebody comment who's doing the ad-libs in the background, because I know that's not A$AP Rocky doing those ad-libs. And I can't think of who it is, because I know, like, it's on the tip of my tongue, like, who was doing those ad-libs. But that song was definitely interesting. It was about like him, what he wanted as a kid, and what he wanted as a kid he is doing now. Like, he's talking about the OG beeper name of the song is like his old like pager that he used to have, I guess, when he was growing up. And he just basically talked about what he's doing now and what he thought he would be doing, and he's doing exactly what he thought he would be doing, which I hope I can say that when I'm his age. So next song is Kids Turned Out Fine.
Girls just want fun. The boys, we make noise. The girls kiss the girls. Tell them that you happy. Shout it loud so they all know how you feel exactly. Inside, sunny, energized. Think about it like you feel alive. On a mama, boy, she swear to God. Ladies and kids turned out fine. Kids turned out fine. The kids turned out
Now, because I'm not looking at lyrics and I'm only like basically hearing this for the first time, it's hard to catch everything when you listen to something for the first time. So I don't know if I'm way off on what I just thought I heard, because like the kids turned out fine. From what I heard on this song, it sounded like it was like that he didn't mean that, like, but he didn't talk. Like, he would talk about stuff in the song, like girls are kissing girls. Maybe those are the kids that have grown up now, like us. Girls are kissing girls, smoke weed, pour lines. Then it like distorts the voice. The kids turned out fine. I think he's saying that the kids did not turn out fine. But then he says stuff like girls kissing girls, and I mean, I don't think like he would be saying kids didn't turn out fine for gay people, because I mean that'd be a very bad line to cross if that's what if he's implying that that's bad. So that's why I think I'm kind of way off on what I'm saying. But that's what it sounded like. It sounded like a bunch of stuff that kids have grown up to do now that aren't good, and we look at them and say, oh, they turned out fine, but what are they really doing? So that's definitely cool, because I mean he puts you in a little trance with how he's like the effects on his like voice, and you kind of miss out what he's saying. It just puts you like in a different type of trance. Really, I'm really bad at explaining the stuff that goes on in my head when listening to music. But next song is 143rd. I have no idea how to say this. It's HUN 43rd. Hun 43rd. Hun 43rd. Maybe that is how you say it, so I don't know why.
I've been afraid. Hold a roller, burn out couple minutes saved. Kept a prepaid on my hip and blades. 143rd in front of the face tap. How your name go in? With your hoes, why your chain don't spin it like live it like a dog.
Nothing too much to say about it. So now we got changes.
Saying that she can feel the change in it. Change, she can feel the change in it. Saying that she can feel.
I mean, I expect it, but this is a vibe.
Love, of course. Look, I got a text from this girl I used to see, saying that she chose this other guy with whom she wanna be with. Look, I apologize, but the address, my neighbors hate how I be living. Mad as a loud rich nigga in the building. Like fuck all the other tenants. All mine, oh you written, running. Rich niggas ain't feelings, running. Rich niggas ain't. They ain't wanna let me go, that shit made me mad. I was so wrong on tour. Upside down, I'll be curious. These ain't monkey bars from no fucking kitty park. Bitches give me box. She pussy pop the icky pop.
This beat is hard.
Thanks for the light, waiting for the light, change for a light.
That was hard about the last thing.
Thanks for the night, drinks for the night.
What's the next beat gonna
My biggest distractions is that I
be?
get distracted.
Back to this.
People suing me for shit that didn't happen. I wonder how the world would be if they didn't have me. Pappy. I wonder if they really happy or just getting at me.
So for that song, I don't know if I'm about to give A$AP Rocky too much credit. I don't know if I'm reaching for him, because like when the song, like the first part of that song was like a real good vibe, and then it talked about that girl. He talked about her not choosing him, and then like drastically the beat switched. Like it was all cool, and then it like drastically got like kind of hype, and then it repeatedly switched for a long time. Like, and I was thinking like, bruh, I mean, at some point this is too much. Like you can't like it. Like I understand it, but like at some point it's too much beat switching. Like I can't even understand what the song is. But then the end of the song, it went back to before, like when it was cool, like before all the beat switching happened, and it went back to the same type of Rocky flow. And then he said that his biggest his biggest thing that's wrong with him is that he easily gets distracted. Now, if those beat switches between him talking about how he feels, like he talked about how he felt, and then the beat started to switch a lot, and then after that it comes back to what it was, and then he's talking to the girl again. He's like, I always get distracted. Now, if that was because the beat switches represented him getting distracted, then that was amazing. But if that's not what he was thinking, those beat switches were too much. Like, I love A$AP Rocky for how different like his music goes and all the different directions that one song can go, but I thought that was too much. But the way it wrapped up at the end might have saved it. Like that, if that's the case, then that's a really good song. But I don't know if I just reached for A$AP for him, because I don't know if that's what he meant. But we only got 2 songs left. Next song is Black Tux, White Color.
White collars, jealous, like all my role models either dead or in the pen. I had no choice to be the nigga that I am. Stuff a bro, stuff the cold.
We made it to the last song, Purity with Frank Ocean. On Apple Music, it doesn't list Lauryn Hill, but I know on his credits, Lauryn Hill was on there, so.
That voice in your head says when you try to get peace of mind, I gotta find peace of mind. I got. That's what that voice in your head says when you try to get peace of mind.
Flick your eyes, point glass.
And that is Testing by A$AP Rocky, full and through. That last song was definitely good. I mean, it was definitely calming. It was Frank Ocean and Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill a lot less than Frank Ocean, but Frank Ocean was featured as him singing, but in a deep voice. And Lauryn Hill was singing, but pitched as a high-pitched voice. So I would have liked to hear them actually sing, but what he did was good. It was good for what was going on in that song, and it was basically about. I imagine that it was basically a conversation that he has with himself inside his head, which he says a lot is like, this is what the voice inside your head tells you, and I imagine that's what he was rapping about, and you could tell. So I liked that was a pretty great way to end this album. Now, as for the album as a whole, 15 songs, 53 minutes. This album definitely doesn't feel like, it runs long. I mean, I felt like I was getting a little burnt out towards the end, but for a 53-minute album, it definitely wasn't that long of a listen. I definitely enjoyed this album. Not every song on this album, like there were some misses on this album, but there were some songs that I really enjoyed. So like, let's see, my favorite song off this album was easily the first one. Distorted Records was hard as hell, but after that, I like Tony Tone, I like Buckshots, I have a love-hate relationship with Brother Man, and I like Hun 43rd. A lot of songs on here that I like, and for the most part, this album really does flow well together. You don't hear one song and be like, wow, what the hell is this, when he was just doing this. Like the whole album flows, and A$AP Rocky pretty much stays true to himself the entire album, which I really applaud. The instrumentals on this were, A$AP Rocky actually overshadows the instrumentals, but the instrumentals are pretty crazy on this album because they change so much, and I don't know. A$AP Rocky has to be with the beat maker when they're making the beat, because there's no way they're handing him these beats with all these changes in it before he even makes a song. Like he definitely makes the songs together with producers, and you can tell. So all in all, I really did like this album. It's not like my favorite album of the year so far, but it was definitely a good A$AP Rocky album, and his fans that were waiting for this should feel satisfied with what they're getting. Now, for my rating for this album, I'd probably give it about, probably same as the other one, the Pusha T, probably about 7.5, maybe 8. I think this album is better than the Pusha T album, which I rated a 7.5. So I could 7.7. I really don't want to give this album an 8, but it's a very soft 8 for me on this album. But this album made me think a little bit, because like you know, A$AP Rocky is super duper like lyrical. He even says it in his song, but like everyone knows, like no one would say A$AP Rocky is a bad rapper. Everyone would agree he's a good rapper, and then like, but no one would ever be like, oh yeah, he's like top 10 rappers out, you know? Maybe that's his fault. It's his fault because he doesn't release music as much. So he can't really be mad that no one is like giving him that sort of credit, because he could probably work to attain that kind of credit. But he's definitely up there with lyricists. Like whenever he's on a feature with big name artists, he definitely holds his own and sometimes bodies them. But that's pretty much it for this album. Yeah, I'm gonna be listening to a few of these songs again and again. So A$AP Rocky, good job. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and check out my music. Don't want to forget to say that. And that's it. Comment below what you think of this album, and what if it lived up to your expectations if you are A$AP Rocky like diehard fan. And other than that, it's me, your boy SJ3. We out.